line. Saku Koivu has beaten cancer. Montreal's captain was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in September, but now 7 months later he is ready to do battle. With his team one win away from clinching a playoff spot, Koivu is in the lineup for Tuesday night's game with Ottawa. The long ordeal is over and Saku Koivu is ready for new opponents. Our opening face-off takes us to Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Montreal and Ottawa. Craig Rivet came into the game, into the building with Koivu. Here comes Koivu for the pre-game skate. Last guy to come out onto the ice. Of course, fans were there. They were ready for him. And then the big moment. Out of the room, ready for the game. Gets tons of high fives, of course, from his players and Montreal Canadiens players not dressed, the training staff as well. Koivu touches the ice the moment all the fans of Montreal are waiting for all day. John Belleville on hand as well. And Barry, this building, not a lot of history. Maybe the best moment this building has seen thus far in its young history.
They haven't had a lot of history. They haven't made the playoffs in the new building, so it's great to see something like this happen and a guy like this come back.
On to the game. Koivu power play, front of the net. Tripped up there by Patrick Lalime. He's back in there. Second period, no score. Chad Kilgore will get the puck. Makes a great backhanded pass to Andreas Stackel right there. Spackle's 15th. That ties a career high. 1-0 Montreal, Barry.
Well, Kilgore isn't scoring the way everyone hoped he would when he became a high draft pick with the Ducks, but he made a nice pass there to Stackel X. Ottawa centered it, and they're on the board.
More have pressure. Gilmore. It goes to Rive. Score! 2-0 Montreal. Barry, he went right to the bench after he scored this goal. Before he went and congratulate those guys. Where'd he go?
Traffic, traffic, traffic. He went through about 40 legs, and right after that, he went over to his buddy Saku Koivu, hugged him. So it's great to see those two guys. Obviously, they're great friends.
Montreal feeling good, but don't forget they win. They're in the playoffs. However, whoa. Wait a second. Chris Neal makes it 4-2. And then Barry, it's Marian Hossa.
Well, you can't stop Marian Hossa for long. Good quick shot coming off the wall. All of a sudden, things got interested in Montreal.
One goal
crowd
game.
dieted down a little bit.
That's his 30th. And then Barry, look at Daniel Alfredson. Whoa!
Dougie Gilmore cheap shot at Alfredson coming up the middle of the rink. Alfredson, being the character guy, went after Dougie right away and gave him a little Rudy Poo right there.
4.8 seconds left. One more chance. Off the backboards. Oh! Benoit Brunet, the former Canadian, over the net, and that's it. The Canadiens are in the playoffs. They clinched that spot the night their captain Saku Koivu returns. They've won 7 games in a row. They had missed the playoffs 3 straight years, but with career years from Perreault, Zednik, Petrov, and Theodore, Montreal is in. Of course, they also got a year-long life watching their captain come back from cancer. Saku Koivu, you see 8 minutes, 22 seconds of ice time. He talked afterwards.
Maybe, spot me a little more often, put me more in the, maybe try to penalty killing power play, because now we don't have any pressure on us, so it's good.
Were you kind of shy during this standing ovation, or?
Well, I was, well, not at the beginning, but when it just kept going and going, and I knew it's a big game for us, and I didn't want to get the, distraction too much. I want the guys to be ready, and, longer it takes, tougher it's to get going, but it was overwhelming. I really appreciate what happened there.
Saku, hockey-wise, did you feel comfortable out there?
Yeah, when I think that was my first game in a year, and what I went through, I feel comfortable. I didn't have puck a lot, and my game is to make some plays and do things with the puck, but I wasn't too tired. I was able to compete there, and I'm just, pretty satisfied with how the things went.
Did Craig and you talk before the game about if he scored a goal, he might run over to you? That was usually you go to the mates on the ice, not the guy on the bench. Anything discussed there?
Yeah, we actually after the pregame lunch, Craig gave me a ride home, and we actually thought, well, if I give him a helper and he's going to score, that's going to be something, but. When he scored, I knew he was going to jump on me, and that was good. I was happy for him.
Any other questions?
Saku, yhdessä onneksi olkoon ensinnäkin palvelus 9.4. Miten suuri päivä tämä on sinulle?
No kyllä se on kaiken tämän, mitä on tapahtunut tässä viimeisen 7 kuukauden aikana, niin erittäin iso päivä. Ja niin kuin mä olen monesti sanonut ennenkin, niin asiat voisi olla täysin toisen lailla. Pitää olla hirveän tyytyväinen, missä mä oon tällä hetkellä, ja kuitenkin on vasta 6-7 viikkoa harjoiteltu, että mä pystyn pelaamaan edes matsin nyt, niin pitää olla enemmän kuin tyytyväinen. Että se on välttämättä vielä oikein tajunnut, mitä on tapahtunut. Et nukutaan yön yli ja katsotaan sitä aamulla, mitkä fiilikset on.
David?
Saku, could you talk a bit about how the Senators treated you, either in their play or were they saying things to you on the ice at breaks or what?
Yeah, everybody was, saying congratulations, and they were happy to see me there. And I didn't receive any cheap shots or anything, so it was good.
You might not have gotten any cheap shots, but some people did actually hit you a few times. So that might have did that make you feel more comfortable, or how did you feel when the physical contact?
Well, I mean, that's what I have to get used to the intensity of the game and getting some hits. And I can do things in open ice, but the problem comes when it gets tighter, when it's playing one-on-one in the corner. And that's what I have to do the next couple of days and then the next 2 games to get involved as much as possible for the playoffs.
Kathy?
Do you feel that you'll sleep well tonight, or do you think you won't sleep at all?
Well, I slept pretty good last night, so I didn't sleep this afternoon though. But yeah, I think I'll be okay.
When you think of over the last 7 months, does this feel like full circle to you, that you're back playing? Or do you feel like something's left?
Well, I feel like I'm back in a normal life. And it was a big part to come back and start playing and competing again. But at the same time, I feel that there's something still left. I mean, there's still a long way to go with the disease and the battle with that. But I think we've gone as far as we could in these 7 months.
Saku, what's the biggest feeling tonight? Is it a feeling of relief, a feeling of pride of what you've went through and being on the ice tonight? What is the most?
Yeah, I think the one thing is coming back after the cancer, and especially in such a short time, makes me feel proud. And at the same time, I had made my comeback at the night that we got the playoff spot. It's the first year in 3 years and first time. So that's something special. And just emotionally, though, I have my family here and watching the game, and I think it meant a lot. It meant a lot for them, and from now on, it's a lot easier to go on.
Saku, now that you played 1 game, do you feel that you will be even more of an inspiration for people who have cancer and maybe even more to the kids that they'll fight for?
Possibly, yes. I mean, if they see that I can keep playing, I can, even after a tough game or a tough workout, I can still feel good and I can keep on living on my life. So it's going to be inspiration for them, and I think more they're going to see me there, it's going to bring some positive thoughts on their lives.
Is it possible to say whether hockey means more or means less now, coming back after what you've been through?
Well, it's different. I don't think it means any less than it meant before, but it's probably not as. Maybe before hockey was #1 and it was the only thing that I kind of concentrated, but now there's other things in life, and I see life a little different perspective. But I think also it comes when you get older, you start taking life differently, and that's what's happening right now.
One last question.
Saku, how did you feel about being picked for first start tonight?
Well, I wasn't the best player on the ice, that's for sure. But it felt good. I mean, I think in a way I deserved it. I've gone a long way, and I've worked really hard in the last 6 weeks here. So it was a nice thought, and it felt good.
Saku, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.